I've been wanting to tell you.
Does my hat look weird a little?
I just was gonna, for your sake, I was gonna tell you to put it forward just because.
But I
don't think this represents who you are as a person.
People might think I'm sick as fuck.
No, yeah, that would actually be funny if they're like, "Oh, I clicked on this because that guy looks sick as fuck." Turns out he's whack. Okay, so this happened on Friday, like right after I dropped Will off, and I called him to tell him this story because it was so funny. And then I realized that I wanted to tell on the podcast. So I've been sitting on this for an entire weekend that we spent together.
Yeah.
So I dropped Will off after we went and picked up his like Lego set from this girl's house, and I'm driving home, and like in LA there are a lot of those one-way streets that have a lane to turn left and then one that's like straight and right, or like one that's right and one that's like straight and left. You know?
Wait, what?
It's a one-way street, but there's two lanes, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm pulling down this street, and for some reason, I assumed that this was one of those streets, right? So I pull into the lane that I think is turning left, and I'm like, I'm the only one in this lane, the full lane on the other side.
Oh my God.
As I'm driving by, like multiple, like beep beep, like what are you doing? Like, I'm like, I don't get it. I pull up next to this like giant like truck or whatever.
Like an 18-wheeler?
No, just like a big guy truck. Like a Ford F-250 like lifted whatever. And I like am kind of not really paying attention to whatever he's doing. And this car pulls into the intersection, and they're both pointing at me, being like,
not mad, just disappointed.
No, it's the guy in the passenger seat has his phone. Clearly, he's the directions guy, and he's pointing like that's where we're supposed to be, but I'm there.
Wait, they're coming at you?
They're trying to turn left.
Turn right.
Turn left. They're in the intersection.
Got it.
And it still doesn't occur to me. I'm like these guys clearly aren't from here because this is a one-way street. And then they move. And now the people that are facing me, it's clearly like their light turned green and their green arrow, right?
Yeah.
And no one's moving. And it finally occurs to me what happened. This is a normal street, and I'm in the wrong lane, parked at this stoplight. And the lady across, who's like has the place to go, but she can't because I'm sitting there, looks at me, and I just go. Like I put my hands up like as if to be like, I'm as confused as you are. Like I don't know what's happening, and like to her credit, handled it so well. Like, her and her friends start like cracking up, like they're like filming me.
The people who are head on, just being like this fucking guy. And then when ours turns green, keep in mind the guy who's like that I'm essentially cutting is in this giant truck. Yeah.
And I like go left, and I like my windows are too tinted for me to be like, I'm sorry. So like he thinks I'm just this like douchebag in this like murdered out car who like thinks I'm better than everyone else and is like cutting the entire line. Is laying on his horn for like, he follows me for like 45 seconds, just laying on his horn. I was just like, I'm sorry. Like I didn't mean to do it. And yeah. I didn't get into any trouble either.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Stressful.
The amount of things that happened before you realized what was happening is insane.
Yeah. I don't know why what's terrifying is that it could have ended so poorly. And like the fact that like I drive around mentally checked out enough to just be like, this makes sense. I'm going to pull into this.
It's crazy to assume it's a one-way. It's the other way around is a lot more, I feel like, reasonable, where it's like, oh, I didn't realize it was a one-way.
Yeah.
But just be like, yeah. You probably went across a yellow line too.
Double yellow, presumably. It was like such a brain fart.
That's insane.
And honestly, like scared. Like I was pretty like scared with like, okay, I need to start like dialing
attention.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's scary.
It was scary.
I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking of surviving, Wednesday night, anyone watch Survivor?
Nope.
Unfortunately.
Okay, well, I did watch Survivor, and I won't get into it in case people listening don't watch Survivor. But
No, by the time this comes out, a new episode of Survivor will come out.
What if they're behind? Or what if they just don't care about Survivor? It was
If you care about
hysterical.
Survivor, then you're not spoiling it for them.
Okay, maybe they're... Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Point is, I had a realization about regular TV.
I think it's awesome. Like
You have to earn it a little bit.
it's you get to look at your phone. You get a break to look at your phone every like 5-10 minutes. I was watching on like I couldn't tell you the last time I watched something that other than a sporting event like live as it was broadcast, I guess.
Okay.
Not on streaming.
Yep.
And we were watching it and I was like, this is great. And then after the Survivor was over, I just kept watching. It was like channel hopping. It's like
There's some good stuff on there.
well, the thing is, like, we're so overwhelmed by options right now. I feel like I just watch like the same 4 shows as like a comfort show, or occasionally I venture into like a new show. But it's like if you just like want to take like your mind out of it and chill on the couch and not have to be super dialed in, it's like they give you all the options, and then you get a break to look at your phone every 5 minutes. It's like perfect.
Yeah. It will also like it would be psychotic because in theory you could also just like make your own breaks. But it would be
That'd be
no.
crazy.
It would be psychotic if you were hanging out with your buddy and he like paused it for 5 minutes and went on his phone.
Yeah.
And then put his phone down and click play
And
again.
started it. Yeah.
I was telling someone the other day, like, have you ever seen the movie Bullet Train?
No.
No.
Isn't LeBron in that?
No. Literally could not be. Maybe. No,
Brad
he's
Pitt.
definitely not. He's
Wait. Look it up. Look it up.
I can assure you he's not in Bullet Train.
LeBron is in Bullet Train.
The one that.
No.
There's no. I promise you he's not. But the point was, like, I hated that movie because when I watched it, I was watching it with my mom, and I felt like it would be rude to go on my phone because she was really excited to watch it.
Yep.
But if like I'm watching a movie with my friends and like I can like casually look at my phone every once in a while, then I probably would have loved Bullet Train, but I hated it because it was just Brad Pitt on a train for 2 hours and I couldn't check my phone.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. You were probably the whole time waiting for LeBron to show up too, which is probably what was he in?
Not like
Not that. What made you think he was in that?
I don't. Can you look up what LeBron was in?
Recently?
LeBron movie
ever?
Just look up LeBron movie. Not Space Jam 2.
Okay, that
Yeah,
would be
that's-
hilarious if you mixed up.
He was in Bullet Train. Or
He
anyway,
was in House Party,
no,
2023 comedy.
no.
I don't even know.
Keep going.
Are we gonna read every movie?
Trainwreck.
Oh,
okay.
bang!
But that was in 2015.
Bang!
Wait.
2015.
For the record, you did not like win this argument. Like your reaction, just because he was in a movie also about trains, does not
Probably not about trains, realistically.
Wait, this is the last.
It has the word train in it.
Before we get into the pitches and stuff, I was telling Lauren this. So she posted a story in these new red cowboy boots that she got,
Yeah.
and it reminded me. Have I told you about my Uncle Sandy and his red cowboy boots?
No.
My Uncle Sandy,
Great name.
Uncle Sandy has this great story. He was in Florida and he was in his truck and there's like this crackhead crossing the street, right? Mm-hmm. And you know how they just like. Have you ever encountered like the classic Florida crackhead? Like they just want to fucking fuck with you all the time. And like Uncle Sandy didn't do anything. The guy came up and like he started hitting his hood or whatever, and words are exchanged. Next thing you know, like the guy comes up to the window with a knife and they start fighting while my Uncle Sandy's in the driver's seat. So he pulls him into the car and they're like close quarter, like fist fight.
Who has a knife? They both have knives?
No. Just the crackhead has a knife.
Why would he pull him in the car?
No.
The other guy had a
It
knife.
was because like he didn't know. I don't know. Whatever. He ends up in his lap and like beats this guy in a fight and like got like
Oh, wow. Big dub for Uncle
pretty
Sandy.
pretty banged up. But this is the best part. The crackhead was wearing these red cowboy boots and he took them off the guy. Like kept the boots.
Like a trophy?
Yeah,
What?
And pushed him out of the car, and like I think he still has them. He
I
like wears
don't
them.
know how to feel about any of
That's
this.
wild.
Kind of feels fucked. It sounds like your uncle beat up a homeless guy and took his shoes.
The guy was now when you put it that way, like I clearly didn't put enough emphasis on like the man was trying to kill him, and like he was
Self-defense?
He was like, these are my boots now. These are totally my boots.
So was he
And then he
knocked
gave him to
out?
Lauren?
Like, yeah.
What?
Maybe.
Or is that how you got your red boots too? You're like, no way, same.
You guys did not have the same takeaway as me. My takeaway from that story was like, that's awesome. You guys were like, it sounds like your uncle beat the shit out of a homeless guy and then stole his shoes.
Well, I'm just trying to imagine like the part when he actually took the boots? Was he like passed out?
I think he subdued. He like
like a pool of blood on the
Yeah.
side of the road.
no, he's like in his car. He like subdued this guy.
Threw him into traffic.
And like took his boots off as like these. You try to mess up my truck. I take your boots. How you like them apples?
I'm sure that crackhead woke up and was like, "Damn,
He woke
you
up
really
and he
got
was
me."
just like, fuck.
Uncle Sandy.
He woke up and
I don't know why this makes me laugh so
he
much.
woke up and his knife and his fucking prized red cowboy boots are gone. He's like,
Yeah. I did it again.
all right, should we do some friend of the pod business pitches?
Absolutely. All right, we have
We got some fops.
Yep.
3 more today.
The bar was
Playmates.
set,
Some playmates.
The bar was set super high last week.
Some playboys.
We got some playboys and
What do we-
girls.
Okay, we are
No.
going. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. So we have 3.
What, you really giggling.
I just feel strange
It's
this
awesome,
Monday
man.
morning.
We are gonna start with Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan Wonder.
Jordan Wonder?
Great name.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I reacted like that. Okay. Have you ever found yourself in the shower practicing for an imaginary argument that hasn't happened yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
This app called the Argument Analyzer will scan every text conversation and phone call you've ever had with said problematic person and will create a message chat with and receive AI generated answers that directly correlate to what that person would most likely say. So when you finally have that argument, you've had it once before and now know exactly what to say.
Wow.
I like that.
I love it.
I got a little lost in the jargon.
I'm gonna be honest. I zoned out, but I came back at the perfect time, and and I think here's my only worry.
Yeah, here, lay it on.
Is-
lay it on thick.
Like, if I can do it to them, that means they can do it to me. And I'm not worried about people prepping for arguments for me. I'm worried that it has access to everything that I've ever
yeah.
said over the phone.
You're worried about other people using it against
I'm
you?
worried. I'm just like from like a national security standpoint. Like I don't love the idea of everyone
What's going on? What happened?
No,
opened her Celsius with a pen.
I don't want to ruin my nails.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm worried about like us getting in trouble with the NSA.
Yes.
But
they already have it all, though.
Oh yeah, I guess they wouldn't be they also wouldn't be the ones mad at us.
You see, the NSA.
They might be happy with us.
Yeah.
I like it, and it's a really good idea. I think you caught us both in a 15-second period where I think we both zoned out.
There's no going
and
back.
It's not your fault, but
No, the high level I get. I got a little bogged down in the
By the
nitty-gritty.
jargon?
Yeah, by the jargon. But I think what I'm told. No, I don't. The one thing I don't want. the one.
I don't know. I started laughing. Shit.
yeah.
The one thing I'm a little worried about is I feel like it would eliminate like a big part of what the human existence is, which is worrying that things are going to be way worse than they actually are.
Yeah.
So it's like I spend so much of my time building up conversations that end up being fine in my head. I don't know what I would do with all that free time.
Oh, that's a good way to. I mean, it's a kind of a sad way to look at it, but it's.
Is that sad?
How much time are you spending thinking about?
Do you have like a crippling anxiety? No, I get what you're saying. I also think that it's a very productive and like valuable use of your time to like do that brain exercise, right? Where like you're like, what am I gonna say if they say this? Like, if you know exactly what they're gonna say,
Yeah.
I
You're
think
not as
your brain's
prepared if
gonna-
they deviate.
yeah, your brain's gonna be mush, and also like I want to speak for myself. I don't want to have the AI tell me like what the best option is.
Also, can we talk about the biggest obstacle here? Phone in the shower.
Well,
Wait,
you don't do
why?
that. Your phone's waterproof, dude.
Why do you? What does that?
You guys use your phones in the shower?
What does this have to do with anything?
Because he's saying you have the argument in the shower
Yeah,
against the phone.
that's what the thing said, didn't it?
Yeah. Okay. You
yes.
you just connected to your speaker, and you have an argument with the speaker.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
One of my
Will,
friends-
we were talking about perhaps the most advanced AI of all time, and your worry is that your phone might get wet.
I'm just saying you got to get an OtterBox.
I think we can a life-proof.
Oh, remember those things,
dude?
They sucked.
No, they were great. I used to take videos underwater in my pool.
Oh,
They were ugly though.
I meant like when you were on the screen. I didn't like.
Oh, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah.
You're like.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan. I like it. I like it.
Jordan Wonder. I like it too. I'm sorry. I feel like I didn't mean to dog it.
Yeah, you did take the wind out of his sails pretty early.
I feel like the wind. Yeah.
Okay, I'm really excited about this one. This is from Angel Cordoba.
Nice.
Angel's business pitch says it's called Second Chances, Celebrity Survivor. Speaking of Survivor,
I love Survivor.
he says it's a TV show where canceled celebrities have to compete like Survivor. The winner becomes uncanceled.
I like that.
Angel, that's awesome.
I like that. I would love to see.
Here's the best part about it.
Yeah.
We should pitch that to Mark L. Wahlberg, and he would definitely do it.
Markel Wahlberg.
Mark L. Wahlberg is the guy that does Temptation Island. He did Moment of Truth.
Is he unrelated to Mark Wahlberg?
Completely unrelated. I think that's why he put the L. He's older. I think he's older than the real Mark, or not the real one, like the better known Mark Wahlberg. And Mark just kind of took his name.
Yeah.
We should not put this in because I want to make this show.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think the best part of it would be like it comes down to the end and it's like Aziz Ansari and like who like
What did he do?
He like sent a weird text or something and then like Harvey Weinstein and it's like the stakes are just so much higher for one person than the other.
We also have to all like if Harvey won, like
Yeah, we'd have like, oh, what?
we have to like this guy again.
It'd be tough, but it's part of the rules. Is that true? We'd have to.
I mean,
It's part of the
is Harvey Weinstein gonna win? Like,
Oh, yeah,
think
I
about
guess-
what they're.
Oh, you think they would? You think they would vote people out based on like severity of their crimes?
No, it would
No,
be they would
they're
carry like a
competing.
really bad guy to the. They would like all try and carry the worst
Yeah, like
guy
they
to
would-
the end so that they would get voted against that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Angel, that one's great.
Yeah, I like that one. It's
All right.
content. That's
It
content.
is. Okay, our last one is from Philip Tarling.
It's my boy, Sketchy
What?
Phil.
You know this
Alright.
guy?
It's my best
Oh,
friend,
nice.
Sketchy Phil.
Shout out Sketchy Phil.
All right, Phil says, "Hello, massive fan here. Love your work. Always
Thanks,
thought it's kind of crazy that K-cups haven't wandered into the realm of alcoholic beverages. Being able
Okay.
to pop a K-cup in the Keurig, press ferment, and get an ice cold, freshly brewed beer would be very convenient. It's not limited to beer. You could pop a hottie toddy K-cup in, a screwdriver K-cup,
Nice.
or whatever
He
you're
knows. He's saying all his favorite
I
drinks.
know.
This is like a inside.
God knows
joke.
how to pitch.
Yeah.
Or whatever you're feeling that day. No guests alarmed with the beer cans or empty bottles lying around. So much more space in your fridge. And the best part, you can control the temperature and strength of the beverage you choose. Think this one's got some legs. Would love to hear your thoughts on it and what you would name it. And also, there's no decrease in the quality of the beverages compared to can/bottles. You can't even tell the difference.
I love, by the way, I feel like a lot of these pitches have a disclaimer then. It's like, by the way, none of your concerns about it are valid.
Everything you were worried about, it doesn't exist.
I also love that you can adjust I think you said the ABV and the heat. So you can just do like a 150 degree, like 10% beer.
I think he was more referring to like hot drinks or like cold.
You can do like a piping hot 3% glass of wine.
I mean, the guy, I'm not trying to be biased here, but the guy knows how to pitch. That was a
Yeah, it was
good,
a great pitch.
He did. Yeah.
Veteran move at the end. The disclaimer. Veteran move.
What was the disclaimer again?
He said there's no decrease in the quality of the beverages compared to can/bottles. You can't even tell the difference.
It's like, yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's
What would you guys, what's your go-to?
first of all, I think the fridge storage thing is actually huge.
Yeah.
I would get like, well, I would like to like get. Can you get like other? Does it have to be alcohol?
I mean, the
it's
premise
still a
of this is
Keurig.
alcohol, but
Yeah, but you could probably do like a Spindrift or like a
Oh, yeah, that exists. That's the
Soda Stream.
soda
soda.
stream.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be awesome.
The first drink I would make, and he mentioned it, is the hot toddy.
Yeah.
It takes me like 5 minutes to make one, and with this I could just make it way quicker.
Passively too. You can just pop it in and leave and come back.
Ooh, I want to do a mimosa.
Yeah, mimosa.
It's like coffee, but
Ooh, what about a Bloody Mary? It'd be like, wait, how the hell does this machine make the celery? Okay.
That little laugh at the end.
Dude, I don't know what is in my blood this Monday morning.
You're killing it, dude. I just feel like that would be so gross. Like whatever drink you made after the Bloody Mary, there's like Lauren makes her mimosa after your Bloody Mary. There's just like chunks of like olive and stuff in it.
What'd you chunks of what?
Olives. You would save so much money if you had one of these because you wouldn't have to buy champagne or orange juice.
So I'm wondering what
How is it?
I'm wondering
it's
what's
cheaper?
in the actual little cups because isn't the point of K-cups? It's like the little coffee grounds are in there.
Yeah.
Like what's gonna be in there?
Have you ever seen Spy Kids?
Alcohol stuff.
You ever seen Spy Kids?
Yeah.
You know the packets where they put it in the microwave and it's just like a CD or whatever, and then it makes a whole McDonald's meal.
First of all, you spoiled.
When they
it.
get to the safe house.
Oh, I don't remember that part, but that
You spoiled Spy Kids
Yeah,
that came out in 1990.
No.
I don't care. I haven't seen it.
It's pretty much it's similar technology.
Okay.
But no, I think in reality, what's in it is like the herbs and like
I broke.
what's like the highest concentrate What are you doing?
I broke the mic. Just keep going. Keep going. I got it.
Like it's like alcohol in powdered form, and then when the water goes through it,
Didn't you have that idea? Yours was Alka-Seltzer tablets.
mine was
This is very similar now that I think about it.
alcohol, where it was just a tablet.
Feels
you
like
popped
that.
in
Feels a
your-
little derivative.
of mine.
Yeah.
yeah. It feels
You
like.
gonna let that slide?
I think him and I just our heads are probably in the same place.
Yeah.
I love it. All right.
I'm in. Wait, what? How do we decide we'd like do this at the end?
Will invest first this week, and then Lauren invests second this week, and then I go third, and then next week Lauren's first. And you know what I mean? It's a road.
So do we have
Isn't there like
to
a
invest
competition?
that?
I thought we did something where like Lauren was picking. Oh no, that's for our pitches.
I think we were all gonna. Oh, we have a new idea actually. So each week from the meeting, each week we are gonna pick the best one, and then we'll send you a hat that's like
we don't have that hat.
We don't have it yet.
We don't have hats yet.
Okay, in a
You
couple.
thought we made hats without you being looped in?
I thought we talked about it.
All right. We'll pick the best one and send you a hat. It just might just be like a hat we have.
Yeah, but eventually it's gonna. We haven't.
We should actually.
One of your guys' hats.
Yeah, just send him like a hat.
we haven't fleshed out the design yet, but it's gonna be like it's gonna say that we invested in your company.
Yes.
in a
Yes.
cool way.
You can be like, I was in Series A from.
But for the time being, will you get the first pick? Who are you investing in?
Okay.
Jordan, Angel, or Phil?
Can you remind me what they all were again? I totally forget. Wait, I remember the shower, the AI one.
Argument analyzer.
Angel was the survivor for canceled celebrities, and Phil was the Keurig pod for.
I'm taking Phil. I like the Keurig pod. I mean, I think that's a game changer if you can pull it off.
Yep.
I'm going with Angel, the Celebrity Survivor show. I feel like that's going to bring in a lot of numbers. I think people are going to watch that. I would watch it.
I would watch that as well.
Sounds entertaining.
I wanted Jordan to begin with, so.
So then, who do we
this all
send the
worked out,
hat
yeah.
to?
They all get. We're gonna cut one of my favorite hats into 3 parts. Send it to them.
Get a third of one hat.
Okay, amazing. Should we
Awesome.
pitch each other now?
We're gonna pitch each
What
other.
was that noise, dude?
I got dude, I've been feeling sick lately, and it's not going away. It's like kind of just
Same.
sucks.
Same.
All right.
One of mine is so
Mine are actually ridiculous.
I think I really mailed it in on the third one. But I'll start with my gold. I got something for you. All right, ready?
Yep.
It's called razor wire floss. It's not actually, or maybe it's just called red floss.
Don't change your mind. Stay with the name
Okay.
Okay, tell me about it.
because you have a reason.
It's bright red dental floss with like extra dye in it, so that you can floss your teeth around other people without them knowing how much your gums are bleeding. Because you can just be like, oh, it's just red dental floss. So you're spitting out everything's red anyway, so they can't tell that it's blood or not.
That's your gold, dude. You're like, I'm gonna start with my heavy hitter. How often are you flossing around other people? And how much?
I'd never because I'm embarrassed because I know my gums are gonna bleed. I have roommates. You don't have roommates? You end up like brushing your teeth together at night.
You and Chester brush your teeth together in the
That's
same
really
sink?
cute.
We only have one bathroom.
Oh.
And I feel like I shared a bathroom all of college too.
You know, I'm going to keep it real with you. I just, like, don't really floss that. Like, I have the sticks and stuff, but, like, I'm not, like flossing enough to the... Or hard enough that, like, there's, like, enough blood that I'm concerned about it.
Well, the whole point is that I don't floss enough. So when you do floss, if you don't floss, it's like the Williamsburg massacre out there, dude.
What was the Williamsburg Massacre?
He called my bluff. I thought he would just assume that he didn't know about it. I don't know. Sounds awful though.
It does. I think it's real, and I think it's, like, pretty recent and, like, really bad.
No, you're thinking of Charlottesville.
Yeah, I was. Good God. Okay. All right.
That wasn't a massacre.
Wait, what was the original name for it?
Razor wire floss.
It's pretty...
Because you could show it to people like it's like a joke. It's like, oh yeah, it's like this funny floss that makes it look like your gums are bleeding a ton. And look, they call it razor wire, which is like part of the joke, I guess.
Okay.
You can just be spitting like heaps of blood, and it just blends in with your rest of your saliva.
Okay. All right. My first pitch, they're augmented reality glasses.
Okay.
And
Wait. Oh boy.
and every person you walk by, it has a summary of how they're feeling about you. And it gives you a score out of 100 of like how much they're rocking with you that day. So like I walk around and like I'm constantly like everyone hates me, like everyone wishes I wasn't here or whatever. And this one I can tell if there's any merit to that.
Yeah. Well, I would only want this product if it turns out that there isn't.
There's nothing to worry about. If you can't walk into a room and it validated all your fears, it would suck. But then you would also be like, all right, I need to make a change.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't really worked out the science of how it knows yet, but
It sounds like a Black Mirror episode.
yep,
I think it is a Black Mirror.
Yeah.
not a
episode.
Black Mirror episode.
Well, there's like the stars one, which is
Yeah.
like kind of like that.
No, but
Oh,
that's-
when they
but
have their
that's-
phones and they like they send them points.
Yeah.
that's
So fucking
different.
weird.
That's different.
Really like
This is-
freaks out at the airport and like loses
is
all
just-
its status.
This is just how they're feeling about you.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's how they're feeling about Rusty.
at all, for anyone.
For us, yeah.
Someone buys a product.
Ooh,
like,
that guy hates
I
Rusty.
don't even know this guy.
Yeah.
I don't even know him that well. You hate it. You fucking hate it.
I kinda
can
like
tell
it.
You can hate it. I can tell you hate it.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
There are only 3 things I hate, and that's not one of them.
What are the? What are the 3?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Lauren, what do you hate?
I hate liars.
Yep.
Hate lying. I hate when people smack their food or when they're eating and their mouth touches the fork when they're like biting down on the fork.
How do you know?
What do you mean? How do I know? When you can hear it.
Oh, when they're teeth.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought you meant. No.
If
Did I
your
not say-
mouth, I was like,
Wait, did
my
I not-
mouth not supposed to touch
You're supposed to like squeeze the food off with your finger, shake it until. It
No,
falls
when
in your
you're
mouth.
biting down on your fork.
Yeah, that's
oh,
insane.
Makes
That's
me,
actually insane.
It makes my teeth hurt. Just
Or like
thinking
people
about
that
it.
bite
eating quarters,
bite
and
hard,
nickels.
bite hard serve ice cream. Have you ever seen
What?
that? Like someone like there's like
Oh.
teeth marks, like teeth like tracks from.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
All right, what's your second pitch?
Oh God. Sandwich glue. All right, this is sandwich glue.
Ooh.
It's so the stuff doesn't fall out of the sandwich. You can glue all the sides together. You make your sandwich, and then you can basically turn it into like a hot pocket type thing. But you glue it all.
like
together.
an Uncrustables.
Yeah, it's like an Uncrustable. Like you just put all the stuff in the middle, and then you glue all the sides together, so it's like all one log, one
Wait, what?
or square or.
So you know I'm always going to support you.
Am I off?
No, I want to get into your brain today because these pitches are strange. Is this a problem that you like? Are you unable to keep the toppings in your sandwich? I feel like it's.
Remember we eating Jimmy?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I actually made a mental note of this when we were in Austin. Will and I ordered Jimmy John's, and I looked over, and it was like he was messing with me. Like he had pinched his sandwich to the point where like the meat was like hanging on by a thread. And like
This is unbelievable. You remember this? This is exactly what inspired.
I didn't say anything because I was like, if he's doing it as a joke, I don't want to validate this and tell him that it's funny.
It was not a joke.
Well, and if he's being serious, like I don't know how to help him, so I just want to leave it be. It was like comical, like how much the meat was like sliding out of his sandwich.
That's exactly what it was. Dude, my Jimmy John's was like it was like leaking.
Oh, I love Jimmy John's.
Jimmy
You
John's
were also eating it from the closed side out, which is psychotic. You have to eat from the open side in so that the meat mashes against the inside of the bread and can't go anywhere.
What do you mean?
Jimmy John's only has one side that's open.
Yeah.
Jimmy John's has one side that's closed?
Yes.
Like the bread is sealed off?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's why I was like, how is he not?
I didn't even know that. So what do they use, sandwich glue? How do they close it?
it's just not cut all the way through.
Wait, he was eating it.
He was eating it
biting
like from
into
the closed side out and like forcing the meat out. I thought he was doing it to fuck with me, but in hindsight,
Well, the whole time I was thinking, like, what if I just seal it all around the edges?
I mean, what is the sandwich glue made out
Yeah.
of? Like, I can't imagine it like tastes good.
I put butter and olive oil, but I don't know. There's probably got to be something else in there.
Like some sort of like gelatin to like bind it together. Okay, all right.
Crumbs, maybe?
We just solved your problem. We just told you how to eat it regularly.
Well,
No, I like it. I could benefit from this.
thank you.
Yeah, I've had this experience.
Sandwiches can be a mess.
Yeah.
You ever get a BLT from across the street, dude? It's like
I've heard you talk about this BLT so many times.
From where?
it's the best sandwich I've ever had in my life.
From where?
GTA, like Jelena takeaway.
Ooh,
It's
I
the
love
best, literally the best sandwich I've ever. It's $25 though, so
Okay.
I have
Not
it like
gonna get
once.
it then.
I get it like once a month.
25 bones for a sandwich is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Okay, you ready?
yeah.
It's a giant like pole.
I like it already.
And it comes out of your like whatever size you're thinking of right now, like make it 10 times bigger than that. Like it is a massive pole, and it comes out of the ground from your house, like when you press a button, right?
From your house,
Like your backyard, or like your roof, whatever, and you can pick like a couple different locations around town that like also have the ability to like have a pole pop up. And
bro, what?
just hear me out. 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 And then you can like zip line everywhere. It's like skips the traffic. Like I would have one.
Just a zip line.
I would have one here. I would have one here, and then like one from my house. And like on the way to work, like they make the one that comes out of my house like higher, so I can do it. And then like on the way back, the one at the office is higher.
What? So, but if everyone in the office had one, where would we put them all?
No, like
We can all enter the same port.
if we like we all use the same, as long as the place you're going has one, you can set it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems practical.
I just thought it'd be like
It feels like the
so
type
fun.
of thing you gotta hide before mom gets home,
Yeah, like
or
a
your
Phineas and
sister's gonna
Ferb
tell on you.
situation,
Yeah,
No, it's totally safe, and
totally safe.
it's not like a hazard to helicopters. And
Not at all.
no, we had that. It has those. Did you know? I just learned this. You know how like you see the power lines and they have like those like weird looking like fish bobber things on them, like the balls that look like a fish
Oh,
bobber.
yeah.
Apparently that's so like helicopters don't like run into them.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So
No, I love this idea. I've definitely fantasized about this before.
It'd be sick.
Like I've thought
Yeah.
this. I've only gone ziplining. I think it was once when I was younger, but I want to have that experience all the time.
It's
like
pretty
just
fun.
to be flying through the air.
I've never ziplined.
you see that video of a camel on the zip line the other day?
No. What do you mean the other day? Like this was like.
Can you pull it
Can you
up?
pull things up on that
I don't
TV?
know if it's on though. Here.
That TV costs $12.
Can you try to turn it on?
Yeah. Get fucked,
Okay.
Okay.
It's the one with
bro. That already looks so fake.
crazy.
This one?
It's the,
Is this real?
Yes. Click on it.
Wait, I thought that was fake.
Dude, he's flying.
There's no way that's real.
I swear to God.
What? This feels like animal cruelty.
No. It was like for
It wanted to.
no. What I heard was that isn't that insane?
That shot of it. Can you play it again?
What I heard It was like for transportation. Like for some reason they had
They
to, like,
had to do it.
no, it
They had to put sunglasses on it.
it's just way easier to get it from like this place to like there.
Bro, there's no way this was functional.
That looks so fake. I'm so confused by that close up.
Bro is chilling. He's like not.
Dude, isn't that insane?
Do you imagine being a camel? Like I would be absolutely mind blown.
I've always wondered, like, have you seen those, like, those dogs that skydive? And it's like,
No.
it's like, there's no way, like, it wants to do, like, maybe it likes it now and is used to it now, but like,
I haven't seen that.
it's like this guy and his dog, like, base jump together.
Wow.
And it just feels like, isn't that insane, though? Is that not the best
Can we
way
watch
to
it one more time?
Yeah.
This is like, okay, this is funny, and then he's not moving at all, dude. He's like limp.
Oh, all right. We got to move on. But that's like that.
Is there a viral version of that, or did you find a video with 200 likes?
I don't know. Isn't that not?
Yeah, that is.
Not the best. That's kind of
What?
That's what you're gonna look like using my product.
Okay.
I love
All
it.
right. I'm in.
I wonder how long that would take to get.
Like a zip line from like my house to here.
Yeah. How long do you think that would take?
If I was like hauling ass. Depends on the
Depends on the altitude.
depends
difference.
on the slope, but I would say probably 5 minutes.
It'd be
to get to
cool.
Lauren's house.
No, my house to here, bird's eye view. It's a 25-minute drive. I'd say it's probably 5 minutes. Bird's eye view. If you're going 20 miles an hour on a.
I mean, how much ground do you think that got covered?
I bet.
Was that like a mile?
That was like 30 feet.
No. They
think it was
chopped
fur.
it. He like went through like a canyon. My question is like how in God's name did he get there?
There's no way that was the easiest. If they had, if they had the ability to drive to either end of it, they could just put him on a trailer.
There's no, yeah, that's such a funny way to think about it. Like, there's no way that like
That was the best option.
it might have been like top 5 best options, and like the reason it won is because it was just so much fun. Like, they were like,
why did that guy even have to move?
dude, he was having a blast. Can you imagine him going back to the other camels and trying to explain what happened to him? They'd be like, "You're insane. That didn't happen to you." All right, what's your final business?
All right, this is the most. I feel like we've been teetering on things that are completely unbelievable
Yep.
and not even remotely possible, and this is just putting it way over the edge into absolutely could never exist.
Okay.
It is the most ridiculous idea I've ever had. It's pizza rolls that are the right temperature.
Yep. So good.
How do they have such a good product that's consistently
Boiling hot.
and also or ice cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never ever happened once.
What was your strategy to cool him down as a kid?
Uh,
No, just with it, like just it whole.
Sometimes I would try to like bite a little open so I could get the inside exposed.
You got to bite the corner open, blow it, and then suck out the hot stuff.
Oh.
Suck out the hot stuff. Seems like you're getting hot.
No. Like you let it cool down, like, and then that's the best part.
Wait, you would suck out the insides of your pizza rolls?
It was awesome.
What'd you do with the skin?
Eat it.
The skin.
Yeah, I hated that.
The shell?
Sure.
I don't think you mailed that one in. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good like that. And also the fact that like we've pitched each other like sci-fi things, and you're like, this one's just out of this one. This one is just like beyond the stretch of the imagination.
It's there's no doubt that like they've had people working on this for years.
There is a guy.
Totino.
There is a guy who has probably made as much money as the guy who's heading like finding the cure for cancer. Like they probably spent like comparable amounts of money
trying
in
to
research, and just neither of them.
Totino's has like 7 labs.
Neither of them have made any progress. All right, I love it.
All right, what's your last one?
My last one is it's an airline, and you get on. Everyone's TV lights up with every city in the world, and everyone votes on where they want to go.
Yes.
And
Wait, were we talking about this?
I might have brought it up this week.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean
And everyone votes where they want to go, and then Or maybe you brought this up to me. I might be robbing you of this idea. But
It's a joint effort.
I think I told him this.
everyone votes. It was in my notes. So everyone votes
He's
on
like,
where you.
you're having the conversation. He's like writing it.
I think that's what happened. I think you brought it up, and then I was like, "That's pretty."
We were on the plane together, and I was like, that'd be funny if it was like, yeah, because it was Calgary was on our screen.
Yeah, and it's way cheaper than a normal one because you just have no way of planning.
Is it like majority rules? And you're just
Yes.
It's like whoever, and like the most fun part is like if it's every city in the world, like the winner is gonna be like only like 3 people on the plane want to go there.
Yeah,
It's gonna be. It's gonna
Slim.
be.
If you can get like people got to get like 20 of their friends to get the same ticket.
Yeah. Okay. How about this?
Random plane too.
There's a yeah, like you don't have to do this, but people have kind of started taking it upon themselves. Like when people are boarding, they're all lobbying.
They're building like alliances.
Yeah. Yeah, but they like are like lobbying for where they want to go. And like some people are like bribing others. It gets really
That sounds great.
Yeah.
That'd be very fun. Well, I think we were talking about it on the airplane because it was like, for some reason, the map that, like the flight tracker map, it only showed like 8 cities in North America when you were completely zoomed out. And it was like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and then it was like Calgary, Des Moines, Jacksonville or something. And we were like, it's kind of funny. Yeah, it'd be funny if you end up having
here's
to go to Calgary.
here's an add-on business pitch. Ready?
Okay.
Well, are we doing AOPs?
It's my company that owns this airline also owns a hotel company. So like you just prepay like for like a room and
Yeah.
like they hear about what your plane decided on and then you have a room when you show up there. So
I
it's
like
not
that.
like it's not a fucking crapshoot to find a new
Yeah, you get there and you're just like
what do we do
screwed. And it's round trip.
now? Yep.
And you get a little tote bag when you get there of local things.
Local things and
Hats.
it's strongly encouraged to pack those pants that zip off into shorts so that you're prepared for any climate.
Cover all your bases.
Yep.
Yeah. They also recommend you wear those. They're like gloves for your feet.
Socks?
No.
Oh, like toe shoes.
Yeah.
No, it's not recommended.
Wait, your shocks? What?
He's talking about something that sucks.
Something else. I knew.
All right, should we draft?
All right. Yeah.
Lauren, we have 2 drafts today.
All right. We by popular demand we had to run back sayings that don't exist.
Yeah. And then we also have books that don't exist.
Okay.
What should we start with?
Should we do sayings while the?
Let's go saying.
All right.
All right. Running it back. More sayings that don't exist. I've got hanging from a 4-foot ledge. When someone's like freaking out about something, but it's really not bad at all.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, it's like you're making a big deal out of nothing. You're hanging from a 4-foot ledge, dude.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
I have one that like Will might argue me that it already exists, but like I came up with it. Like it's my like if you Google this saying, Lauren, like it's only my name that comes up.
Okay.
Because or no, actually my dad would say it, but like it's become my thing.
All right, I'm ready.
That's why fat dogs like slow cars. It means like
It's your Instagram bio.
it is my Instagram bio. I have a T-shirt coming out with it.
It was a nice little plug.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please buy my shirt in a couple weeks.
On my podcast?
And it basically means like fat dogs like slow cars because they're easier to chase.
Okay. That makes
You know
sense.
what I
I was
mean?
picturing the dog in the car, but that makes more
On the
sense.
T-shirt, the dog's in the car.
Okay.
But in this saying, like, guys with the way I always took it was like guys with no ambition will chase things that are easy to get. You know what I mean?
That is good. Yeah.
But the way my dad used it was like, I'd be like, Dad, do you want to go get ice cream? And he'd go, do fat dogs like slow cars? And I go, they sure do.
It's like, is Pope Catholic type
thing.
thing?
Yeah, shit in the woods. Yep.
I like that.
But also, I didn't mean to take it to that guys with no ambition thing. I don't want it to take on that connotation. It's a happy thing.
Yeah.
Fat dogs like slow cars.
when we do the cut down, make sure you do include that though.
Okay.
All right. Trying to sharpen a pencil from the inside out. It's when you have something that works and it's good and it just needs a little tune up. Don't try to start over from scratch
blow
and
the
blow the
pencil.
whole pencil up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just-
All right.
Yeah. good.
I think I started like disassociating in the last like 2 minutes.
Wow, we must be crushing it.
No, you guys are doing great. I just like I feel like right now I'm observing from like an outsider's perspective, like not even
Hey,
me.
we're just real people, Lauren. Don't get all flustered.
Not gods.
We had one big clip on TikTok, and suddenly she can't even look at us.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like okay, continue.
I got don't take your wife to a gunfight. You just think about it. Like
It rhymes. Which is good.
it's so dangerous there. They're both
Why would you
flying.
bring your-
Why in God's name?
You
would
love her.
Why, yeah, don't bring something that's very precious to you around guys shooting guns. That one's kind of like the Marvels one. This one's very literal. It's not. There's not really a deeper meaning. Again, like some of my other ones. Like if you love something, like don't put it in a position to get shot in the head.
I like the little. I like. I'm not fucking with you.
Thank you.
All right, I've got. Don't lock the door from the inside. It's like don't prevent yourself from achieving what you want to achieve.
Wow.
It's like you really lock the door from the inside there. Like you know,
Yeah.
like you're trapping yourself in and not allowing yourself to.
I wanted to tell you this before we started. Will was worried that like he wasn't going to be able to like live up to like as good of his from last week. You have a gift.
I
my
think
man.
these are better than last
These
week.
are yeah. These ones are
Yeah.
like deeper.
Yeah.
Um,
You do have a gift. Well, and I know you were talking last week about how you like to write like poems and
I do, yeah. I mean, it's validating
Yeah.
as a writer.
I got you can't unpee your pants. So like if you're gonna like do something with like consequences, like you have to be prepared to like sit with them. Like you can't. Don't do something stupid if you don't want to sit in your pee.
If you don't want to, stew.
You know what I mean?
Because it gets smellier and stinkier the longer you wait.
I think you're taking it really literally. I meant like
Oh,
you
this
can't-
okay. To be fair with you, it's kind of hard to know whether this.
don't do something that's gonna have negative consequences
That
if
you're
you're
gonna have
not
to-
prepared to live with.
To deal with it, yes, I like that. Okay, I got a bullseye ain't worth 60. It's like the because you know like the bullseye on the dartboard looks like what you would want to hit,
Yep.
but it's actually not the highest point value a triple 20 is. So sometimes the thing right in front of you that's the shiny golden
Yep.
thing that you're going for isn't actually the best thing for you.
Yeah.
So you know you just say, hey, a bullseye ain't worth 60.
Wait, can you actually break that down for me again?
Bullseye's worth
Bullseye's 50.
50, and if you
then
hit
there's a little slit on the dartboard that like is like not as well known outside of the dart community. Like people think like the bullseye is like the big thing.
Yeah.
But in reality, there's like a thing that's not as like flashy, but it's worth 60.
So it's like the smaller rings, like around, like
It's
Yeah,
like
it's like
a
one
little
of the
ring
slits
on one of
on
the,
the 20
slits.
thing.
It's like this very specific little section. If you hit it, 60 points.
So what was the quote?
A bullseye ain't worth 60.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, hey, sometimes a bullseye ain't worth 60. If it's like you're gunning for something, but you're actually not focusing on what the best possible
Yep.
option is because you're distracted by the glamour and the glitz of the bullseye.
Love
you know?
that. It's kind of like not everything is as good as it seems, or something.
Yeah, something like that. Or yeah, something about I think being like more like not giving into like what people
Yeah.
tell you is the best and finding what is actually the best.
There's no sense in peeling a rotten banana.
I like that.
Like,
I like that a lot.
Putting in effort to something that like the moment's already passed.
Yep.
Right? And you like, let's say what you wanted was the banana, but by the time you got to it, it was rotten, and now you're still trying to salvage it.
Yep.
When you peel it, it's just gonna be like mushy, and like the moment's already fleeted.
Yeah. Like don't waste your time.
Don't
on
waste your
that.
time on something
Yeah.
that's like
I like that one a lot.
Thank you.
That might be my favorite one.
I appreciate of mine ever.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think it's my worst set of all of them today.
Oh, I loved it. All right, I got the first lick is always sweeter than the last. It's like when you have something new, it always is more fun than when you've been doing it for a while. So, and it's like if you get ice cream, like that first lick is always like, damn, this is great. And then by the
I was
end
thinking
of
of a
it,
lollipop.
or a lollipop. I mean, it could be anything. But yeah, first lick's
could
always
be
sweeter than
anything.
the last. Yeah, it could be like if you get like a new job, like sometimes like week
yeah.
one, you're like, this is awesome, and then
Yeah.
like 2 months later, you're like, somehow this beautiful thing has
Yeah.
become monotonous.
I love it. My final one is I don't want to mess it up. My final one is don't mistake a long pee for a quick poop. So just because someone's in the bathroom for like a long period of time, like don't immediately assume that they're doing the worst thing. Like maybe it's just a long.
Maybe they're just taking their time.
Like I was peeing on the airplane the other day, and I was in there for like 3 minutes because I like, you know, it's so shaky on the plane that like
Yeah.
I had to sit down to pee.
Yeah.
And like it was just taking a while. And
Yeah.
I was like, everyone in here thinks I'm dropping fucking logs, but in reality,
Yeah.
like, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Everyone was probably thinking about it too. Yeah, but if you had those glasses when you walked out, everyone hated you.
But yeah, it's like don't assume that someone's doing the worst just
Yeah.
because some things might point to that.
That's good. I like it.
Should we draft books that don't exist?
That was awesome, by the way.
Thank you, Lauren.
thought so?
I think those might have topped last week's
I do too.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Because last week's was the talk of the internet.
talk of the town.
Literally.
Literally the talk of the internet. And the best thing about these is like it's content that like my mom calls me and is like,
Yeah.
that was so like love to see you flexing your writing muscles,
Yep.
honey. I was like, oh, thank
I
God.
got so many texts from people that I hadn't talked to in a while being like, and they don't know you either, being like, I think that's like his like calling. It's such a like straight that one of my favorite comments, Will pointed this out to me. One of my favorite comments on the video was some guy commented, he goes, "This just proves that there's a Michael Jordan of everything." Like Will's the Michael Jordan of coming up with sayings that don't exist. But also like now they exist. Like now
do ex-
every time we say
that
them,
is all my only hope. Like I could die in a car accident tomorrow if someone says, don't break a
don't break a sweat on
sweat on the escalator in 30 years, that'd be awesome.
My buddy texted me. I showed Lauren and you this, but my friend texted me and used two of Will's sayings in one conversation. All right, should we do books that don't exist?
Yeah. All right. These are books that don't exist.
I got Plot, Execute, Deny. It's kind of like Eat, Pray, Love, but it's like for people that have been like wronged,
Yeah.
and like they want to exert their will on the person that like did it to them, and this is like how to get away with it.
I like this a
So you
lot.
plot, you execute like your plan,
Yeah.
and then you deny that it ever happened.
I think that's great. I was thinking of execute in the more literal sense.
No.
Okay,
It's
cool.
I in chapter 3, I like strongly like disavow murder.
Chapter
like it's
2 probably, right?
it's just for like like you ever seen Big Fat Liar?
No,
Like
is that a movie?
when they sabotage. It's just for like making their life like a nightmare. You don't kill them.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, thanks.
From that movie, the scene when he jumps in the pool and turns blue, that's
Yeah.
like ingrained in my head for some reason.
It's a really strange.
Yeah.
That movie has a lot of like I associate. Do you ever like smell something and you're like, I remember like when I smelled that, like I was apparently experiencing every sense possible with the first time I watched Big Fat Liar, because like all like that movie pops into my head monthly, and I've probably only seen it twice.
Yeah.
It's Frankie Muniz.
I don't
a
even know what this
weird
is. I have
movie.
no
It's a really
frame of reference here.
strange movie. We'll watch it later.
Yeah.
All right. I'm in. We don't live together. Are we going to watch it at work?
No, I meant like we just watch it like when we hang out. Like,
Oh, we could hang out
Oh.
outside of work.
I think what you're referring to is like the last 2 times you've asked me to come over. Like I haven't.
No, I actually wasn't coming.
Okay.
I was just kind of fucking with you.
All right.
I'm sorry. All right.
It's all right.
Sorry, I like zoned out for like the whole time you're talking about the movie just because I hadn't seen it. I was like, I don't know what's going on. All right. I have Beneath the Mountains Gaze. It's about these indigenous Nepalese people that live at the base of Mount Everest.
Okay.
And a big tragedy occurs up on the mountain where like hundreds of people die and they're like called into action.
Oh,
But they'd never been up there. So they were always just like living kind
like
of...
a ragtag group of people.
Well, it's like presumably there's some community of like native Nepalese people that
Yeah.
are living off of money made by the tourism.
They
but they
are.
never actually went up there, and then they're like,
I think most of them are Sherpas.
okay, well, it's probably people who run like the shops or something.
Yeah,
they live
yeah.
beneath the mountains gaze, and then they're called in action.
I love
It's
it.
dramatic.
I also love anything Everest related. So I don't know
Yeah.
if you did that because you knew I would love it, but
No,
I love it.
I didn't know about your Everest thing.
I got the Bible too. It just did so well the first time. I can't imagine like people wouldn't buy the sequel.
Yeah.
I'm kind of torn
The
between
newer Testament.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn between like whether it's like Jesus comes back now and like has to like go to college and like and like
Fit in with the jocks.
yeah, like when he's like rushing a fraternity, they're like he like actually no, someone already made that joke. I'm not gonna make it. I didn't realize someone had already made it until I started saying it. But But the joke was Jesus rushing a fraternity, and the guy, I don't remember his name. I wish I could give him credit. He said like what could you bring to the table? And he's like, I can turn water into like wine. And they were like, that's pretty cool.
That would be a selling point.
Or so it was either that, like he goes back and like he is going to college, or it's like a prequel and it has like fun behind the scenes stuff.
I like that. Yeah. Well, the prequel would be before he.
Yeah, that's why it was behind the scenes stuff. Is like I thought about that, and the Bible kind of just. But also the Bible like starts when he's like fucking 30. Like there's like there's like a big gap.
I think you're just talking about the New Testament. And he's born in the beginning of it.
I know, but like we don't.
The Bible does not start when Jesus.
We don't hear from him. There's like a big gap between birth.
Teenage Jesus.
Yeah,
the Bible too. Teenage Jesus.
Like I would love to know.
He's like, shut up, Mary. You're not even my real mom.
Because we well, she is.
Or well, she can see. All right, Joseph. Shut up, Joseph.
You're not my real dad. Dude, imagine
who is me.
Like being a stepdad is already hard enough. Having your son's real dad be God must suck so bad. But yeah, no, I think that could be just a lot. I think it'd be like, I think it would do really well. Which one do you like better? Jesus coming back, and also if Jesus came back, like he'd presumably be like pretty progressive, and like he'd be like, "Hey, you guys like kind of took what I said like wrong."
Yeah, he would call it like the hypocrisy of modern day Christians.
Yeah, he also would look nothing like we think he looks like.
Yeah,
he was from the middle. He was from the
Crusades was beat.
What?
He'd probably like hate the.
Yeah, he'd be like, "What?"
Yeah.
So not what I was about.
You
guys.
touched the.
All right, yeah, it's the Bible too.
All right, I like that. I have Weapons That I Left Behind. It's a post-war novel about a man's experience abroad fighting, and it's about the tactics and things that he learned that he had to leave on the battlefield as he reintegrated into society.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it a lot. All right, I wrote one where you two are the main characters.
Oh.
Let's go.
It's called Lauren, Will, and the Poison Pill.
Oh.
And you guys go to boarding school, and I think in this one, your brother and you're either best friends from home, or like you're the older sister and he's the younger brother. Whatever, I haven't figured it out yet. And like there's like people keep dying at the prep school, and you guys are realizing that it's like this poison pill, and you have to like get to the bottom of it.
Ooh,
I like that.
A mystery.
I like that.
Nice.
We'd be good sleuths, I think.
so.
Yeah.
I think we'd be good.
I think I kind of now I'm hating the brother sister thing. I think you're best friends from home, and you both went to this prestigious prep school, but at heart you guys are like these blue collar kids, but you're really smart, and that's why you get on there.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you could be like the Ron character.
I just wrote it.
Okay, sounds good.
Do not want to be Ron. I'd be like Snape, if anything. I'm like the professor that like you think is bad, but like I'm low key on your side.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for our fans here, if you haven't made it to the end.
It's literally in like the first. Like we learned that he's good in like the first one.
Do we?
Yeah, because we find out that he wasn't. He was actually protecting Harry from the curse that Professor Quirrell was putting on him at the Quidditch match. Like, remember they thought it was Snape cursing Harry?
Oh.
But Snape was the only thing keeping... Whatever. Let's not turn this into, like, a Harry Potter.
I'd be okay with that. All right. I've got The Victory in Silence. It's a legal drama. It's a legal novel about... it's a big court case where the person got attacked in the mouth. So they can't talk. So they're trying to beat a case, and they were there, and they know what happened, but they can't talk. Oh. And they're being accused of something.
Okay.
And so they're completely silent the whole time, but it's like through their perspective. So they're talking about like
how do they talk?
They know what they're writing.
Oh, okay.
The novel, but they can't like communicate, so they can't provide. And they lost all their fingers, and they can't write it.
Wait, I thought they could write.
They wrote the book after. Maybe they can.
I feel like it would be cooler if they could write, because that sounds sick.
Actually. Okay, yeah, they have to write, but it's like, yeah, they end up winning this big case where all the odds are stacked against them without being able to communicate.
What did the attack in the mouth look like?
The attack in the mouth was bad.
God.
There were claws, there were knives, there were sharp.
like I mean, to the point where you can't talk would mean like presumably like her whole jaw is gone.
He swapped the top teeth and the bottom teeth too.
Here's the problem though, like, and this is just a note. I feel like it has to be in a way where like she's still hot. You know what I mean? Like because when they make it into a movie,
It's a book.
Like, I know, but when they make it into a movie, like you want her to still have like maybe ripped her tongue out.
Okay.
But like her face is still.
She can't look like, or else you're
we
not
can't
gonna
be
like, you
oh,
want
wait,
the character. Yeah.
we want to be rooting for her.
Well, if it's a book, then you can just use your imagination and they're going to describe her as
and
this
describe her
beautiful
like
woman.
beautiful body.
Yeah, but we still know she.
For example, I
we
meant.
still know that the attack was bad enough that she can't. Whatever.
Okay. Victory in silence, though.
Love it.
I like that.
I'm gonna go with it's called Scratch and Stiff. It's
Sexual.
it's an erotic novel, and it has scratch and sniffs on each page that like it kind of set the mood. So like sometimes it's like a candle smell.
Oh, I
when
kinda
they're-
like that.
And then like sometimes it's like pheromones. So you're like,
Yeah.
oh, like all right. And then like sometimes it's just like rank because like what they're getting up to is like just foul. And then but yeah, it's like a
mostly rank. Now that I think about
it's like when they're out at dinner and he's like whining down here, like there's like this like food smell and like wine and like
They go to a baseball game and there's like peanut smell.
yeah, maybe and yeah, you're just like like the pheromones get you like bricked.
Yeah, I think that sounds great. This one feels now a little derivative, but I've holes too.
All right, lay it on me. Wait, why does it feel? It feels derivative of the last one.
Of the Bible too.
No, that's fine.
Okay, holes 2 is Stanley Yelnats is back and he's hotter than ever. What is Zero gonna do with that thing? That's the whole
Like physically, because he's back like in the desert. Like physically, he's hotter, or like Shia LaBeouf is like.
I was going for like
smoking
there's like a
hot.
sexual part of it now.
Yeah, did I tell you I saw him the other day? I was getting in my car and he was sitting on a bench next to my car, just like headphones in.
I actually saw him the other. We were at the Brig and we watched him get ice cream.
Yeah, he's like always here.
Shia LaBeouf walks down Abbot Kinney like all the time.
Also, for the record, I thought you were gonna draft Bible too. Like there was a real part of me that was
I'm not even gonna lie. I literally thought of that.
that like he's gonna come to this conclusion. All right, my final book is like, do you know like the Grant Cardone characters and like those guys that like
It's like
Royce
Royce
DuPont?
DuPont,
Yeah, exactly.
Brian Bishop.
Brian Bishop. It's like presumably we could get Royce to write it, or like a ghostwriter to like get Royce to write it. But it's just called "This Book Will Make You $1 billion," and
love
people
that.
are like so curious, like what the secret is that they have to buy it.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter what's in there.
No, that one I'm not trying to be funny with that one. Like I actually think I can make a lot of money with that one.
I agree. I think that's a good title.
Is that all of them?
I have one more.
Okay.
I have A City by the Creek. It's a story of a little bit these little kids who they build this little like fairy village down by the local creek, and then it gets attacked by like a cat or something, but it's kind of like told through this perspective of the people in this village that they created.
Oh, that's
So it's like
fantastic.
you think it's like this
Yeah.
city, and then you start to realize it's actually just like these little kids' imagination, and then this like evil beast that they're fighting is just like a local cat.
Dude, these ideas are fantastic.
I might have to write one of them. I might.
Yours were all like legit, like real.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, Will, I feel like you could write a book.
I don't have the attention span.
Yeah, that's fair. That'll take a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm almost positive that you forgot this again because I did.
Oh God, here we go again.
Lauren, whose personality are you gonna steal this weekend?
Why don't we start with you guys?
Well, because the problem is like we always forget, so like we have to think about it while you say. So.
Well, I forgot too.
I'm gonna steal. I'm gonna steal. I'm gonna steal. Oh, we also have to do promo now. Listen to the Playdate pod.
Well, that's
All
not.
right, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal.
The Declaration.
Who's someone that does nothing ever?
Grun-
No, like okay. Oh, I not to go back to back weeks drafting pets, but this is the first weekend that I'm going to be home and not traveling in like recent memory, like maybe the last like 4 weekends or something.
That's pretty hype.
And I'm really looking forward to like vegging out. And my cat Milo would always find like a patch of sun, or like a window seat or something in our house, and like post up there, and then like his fur would get super warm, and then like you'd hear him like stretch. So I think I'm just gonna do a lot of that this weekend. And I also like shed a lot too. So like
You do?
yeah. So I'm gonna like just do like my bed at home like is just covered in black hair from him. But like this week, like I'll be home, so like maybe it'll be
Your hair.
my hair.
I like that. All right, I'm also going to do an animal. I'm going to go with an anteater because I have a really bad termite problem in my room.
Oh.
My landlord, dude,
No
my landlord. We've been going back and forth for like weeks. Like she is a nice lady, but like she's just been really unhelpful about this termite thing, which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
They're
it's
in my
not
bed.
Oh.
oh,
They were in
that's
my
not
sheets.
like
I got home last night. They were in my sheets, so I just slept on the couch.
Oh god.
that's not a problem either. That's like it'd be one thing if she was blowing off like, hey, like the thermostats like faulty or something, and you're like, okay, like maybe she's just like forgot about it. Like there's like a property destroying like unsafe pest in your
Yes.
Your
And she knew about
bed.
it before we moved in too, and leased it to us without telling us.
You should sue
But
her for
I
it.
could have withheld rent yesterday, but I just paid it because I was like, I don't want to go nuclear this early. I just want to get.
You should have.
But I
said,
sent her an aggressive text.
Yeah.
But this is what I sent her an aggressive text. Like, I need to know exactly when and where, or when and how you're going to deal with this.
Yep.
Smart.
And then she goes, she like said like whatever, and then she's like, I apologize. I'm usually more on top of things. Do you guys like Justa? Have you been there? It's just like a local restaurant.
Changing the
Yeah, it's like either change the subject or I'm gonna walk home and there's gonna be like a hoagie on my counter. But either way, I'm kind of okay with it. So
All right, Lauren, whose personality are you gonna steal?
Oh, I was hoping you guys would forget about me.
Nope.
oh,
Never would forget about
you
you.
would never forget.
Thanks. I think I'm gonna steal my own personality.
Good.
I like it.
What have you been doing? What do you do when you're not here? Like I can't picture you like in the wild.
In the wild,
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of been shopping a lot recently.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
She's a girl. She's gonna be shopping.
Yeah, we're girls. We're gonna go shopping.
And what is next? The theater.
no. Yeah, I've been thrifting. I've been going to the beach. Oh, I'm going down to Dana Point this weekend to visit my best friend. So we're gonna be at the beach. Oh, actually,
we're girls. We're gonna go to the beach.
We're gonna go to the beach.
I guess it's cold. I don't know. I'm gonna put on a sweatshirt.
Have you seen like this kid? His name's Killian Weston, I think, and he has this series where it's like how boys like the best one is like how boys go to the beach, or like and then like how girls go to the beach.
Is it like how freshmen walk in the halls? That guy?
No. This is like just like this like young kid, and he posts one. And it's like how girls. I don't even want to get into it, but look it up. It's very funny and stupid. But
check it out.
It's basically the punchline. His are funny, and then his buddy, who's like his sidekick, like I think the only thing he knows about girls is that they have their period. And
Okay.
So like it'll be like how girls go to the beach, and he's like, I can't go in the water. I'm like, whatever. We'll move on. So regretting telling you guys that. All right.
Have a great week.
Love you guys. We will see you on next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, submit. You guys have been killing it with the submissions. Send us some more, and then we'll see you guys next week.
Send them our way.
Take it easy.
Bye.